I'm really pleased to be able to present Gene Torczon as a member of this Hall of Fame class. He could have made it both as a player and a manager. Talked mostly about a player, but I would like to mention that I was privileged to have him as my freshman coach at the University of Nebraska, and my teammates all agreed that he did a lot to help us adjust to a brand of baseball that we weren't used to. And we all liked him a lot. We talked about Dick's pitching game. Well, Gene had a game against Tulsa in 1958 in which he got 6 hits and 10 RBIs in one game. 10 RBIs in one game. Are you kidding me? Anyway, there's several people that tied that 6-hit record for Nebraska in one game, and one of them sitting right here. Was sitting right there. Snuck out on me. And there was one other player that got 10 RBIs in a game, but neither of them did it in the same game like Gene did, and so I proclaimed Dick's game as the best game pitched in Cornhusker history. Well, I'm going to proclaim Gene's hitting game as the most prolific in Cornhusker history. And that's something. How about a little hand? You know, Gene played semi-pro ball all over the place. He played in the Elkhorn Valley League, he played in the Central Nebraska League, he played in the Pioneer Night League. I mean, he played for just about everybody, but he might have pushed the envelope one time when he pitched for Petersburg against his hometown of, Humphrey. Yeah. Lost my head. Anyway, he struck out 21 batters in that game, won the game 2-1 against another pitcher that's here tonight named Dick Van Dyke, who also struck out 21 batters. It was decided in the 10th inning. And I think that his approval rating, Gene's, might have gone down a little bit in Humphrey after that game. I saw him play several games, and I was always struck by how much he loved the game and how much he enjoyed the game, both from a playing standpoint and from a coaching, managing standpoint. Okay, I think it's altogether fitting that all the way from Bakersfield, California, his wife come up and accept the trophy for him.
Feels kind of funny to have a woman talking. Well, first of all, I have to thank the committee and everybody involved in this recognition, Larry and Polly Savla out there who kind of got the ball rolling on this project. Of course, we're very proud. My family's very proud. We're very thankful. I brought out my 2 sons and from California and my daughter from Texas. And I just want to say thank you to the committee who arranged for the snow. Some of the grandkids have never seen snow, and so they've been rolling in it like wild animals, so I don't know. And I hear you've arranged for a little bit more, so we hope we can get back home. But, I can't tell you too many of those interesting baseball stories, because, and some of them told me to keep it quick over there. But, you know, I didn't see him play high school ball. I was in another town. I didn't see him play at the university. I had a chance one time. I went over there and I went shopping instead. He played for the Pirate system. He was, of course, gone on the other end of the continent. And then he got back to town team ball. And then that's when I saw him play. Of course, I was in a car with little Joel there with a little baby. You know, in those days you could watch a ball game in your car. It was a wonderful thing. So that's kind of the baseball end of it. I know there are people here that probably played with him. They have all kinds of gritty stories to tell. I could tell you about my baseball story. This is the only one I know. Gene and I were dating, and he was going to the university, and we already had talked about getting married, you know, right from the get-go. But I never got a ring, you know, and we were talking about when we're going to get married, but I didn't have my ring yet. And so one time after a ball game at Lincoln, he came into Columbus, where I was from, and we went to the drive-in movie. And so we're sitting there a while, and pretty soon he says, "I have something really special to give to you tonight." So I thought, oh, this is it, finally, because I already had my engagement picture taken. Anyway, my gosh, he reaches over in the back, and I'm just getting real thrilled. And he comes around and says, "I hit a home run today. Here's the baseball." Ring later. I did get the ring later. But that's about it for the baseball stories. You know, I think Gene had an early love of the sport, and I think his dad kind of brought that to him. And because I remember when the kids used to go over to Grandpa's, he would be still pitching balls to them. So. And I dug up a couple pictures recently, and one he was just a little fella, but he was all dressed up in like a suit. But you know, what he had over his shoulder was a baseball bat. And I got another one too. He was probably a little bit older, maybe 7th, 8th grade, and he had his best suit on, probably was going to church or some important event, and his ball glove was in his hand, so that baseball stuff had to be a part of him. And so, you know, I just think this has been a wonderful event. It's been really wonderful to come here, and I know there are people that came here with for Gene, people that I didn't know were coming, and from far and near. Some of them I haven't seen for a long time, and I know there's a couple people that I haven't found yet, so hopefully after this is over, I'll be able to catch up with you. So I just want to thank you all, and we're going to treasure that, and we're going to go back and show everybody home all the exciting pictures and things that we experienced here. So thank you very much.
Good.